Hey everyone, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair, and today this is a video about Samsung UN50NU6900F. This is probably the third or fourth similar one that I'm seeing, and they all have the same problem, and this video is hopefully going to help the next person who hits a problem. Sorry about that. So the problem with the set is that it's totally dead. It may do that as it is working right in the middle. You may find it that way in the morning. It's totally dead. There's no light, there's nothing. And after you take the cover, and I didn't show how you get the cover, but the way it works is you get a large flat driver and you start at one of the two ends where it has, oh, you don't see it here. Sorry, let me put that back. It helps to see what's inside to understand how it is being taken. So on the back cover, you have those two places at the corner where you can actually stick a screwdriver and lift up. And it's important to know, again, the same thing is on the other side. It is important to know where and what you can do so that you don't damage stuff. It's metal pretty much all over the place here around the edge, and what it does is the plastic snaps on this metal wire here, which is pretty solid, but there are metal ears that go behind it and snap in. And what you want to do is, it's really, there is a tool that is being sold that pushes this in so that you can lift up. That never really worked for me, for good or bad. So what I do is you get in here, you just lift up high, and a little bit of wiggling, and it snaps and it opens for. And then you just insert the screwdriver in, and you push it and pull a little up, and it says snap. Push it a little, pull up, push it. Same way here. It's a little bit more difficult here. The important thing is to remember not to be pushing around the speakers because you can damage them. Basically, be careful at the bottom end where this happens, where you have the central T-cone board. It's not the T-cone, it's the panel board rather. It's somewhere in here. So the bottom is a little bit trickier, but if you do the corners properly, and again, there is nothing around the corners, so you can be relatively safe and brave as long as you're pressing against metal and you can feel it, and you can actually see that when it starts opening. It's easier on the bottom. Once you get that side, you can push here, raise, and the end kind of gets out automatically. So going to the board, and this is an all-in-one, very cheap, very modern all-in-one board. Give me a second, let me interrupt that. Tricky. I got so many spam calls, sorry about that. So once you get to the board, the first thing that you want to check for this particular model and for many others, because it's totally dead, is the main fuse. And the main fuse here, as you can see, is burnt. It does not have any continuity. There is the normal short, and this is the main fuse. It is burned. The reason why it is burned, this is an all-in-one board. This is the power supply. This is the main board and the T-cone board all in one. It's you can go ahead and replace the whole board, or you can dig a little more and see why the main fuse was burnt. And if you look really carefully, you may find that this capacitor is totally busted. And this is a normal safety capacitor for the transistor that drives the transformer for the, I don't know if this is the power factor correction. I don't think it is the power factor correction, but it might be. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that this safety capacitor was busted, and when that happens, it is almost inevitable for the power transistor that is being serviced by it to be busted as well. And there might be more than that. Once I take the board off for this particular one, I will know. I may post a link under the video to show to point you to a repair kit that I'm going to put for the board once I replace. Again, this is the third or fourth or second, not the second, third or fourth or fifth time I see that problem on this board. And if it has happened 5 times, it's going to happen a whole lot more. So chances are for a repair kit for, you got to be careful with those boards, especially with handling them, because they will be charged on the power side, even though this is a low voltage side. You can see there's a silicone here, so you got to be careful when you do it manually. When you do the repair, if you do the repair. If not, you can send the board to us or someone else who does the repair and have it done. I may post the video after successful repair, but it's more likely that I will simply post the link. There's no point in proving that we successfully repaired that one. It's a local customer. Just some information for you that those are repairable if they have that particular problem. Many times with the newer Samsungs, the all-in-ones, in the NU series, I see a lot of those where the panel fails. That leads to damage on the main board. The power is separated in them. And then even if you replace the main board, you still have vertical lines on the screen because the problem is down in the cuffs on the panel. This is separate. I have not seen bad panels in those yet. I'm sure it can happen. I'm sure LEDs will fail. But so far I have seen a number of those boards, and repairing the power board circuit brings them to life. Good luck. Check for the link under the video. Hope you learned something.